Alright, vacuforming the B2B body. I am vacuforming it in 1mm PETG clear plastic. This is the B2B body. In the meantime, in the Up Mini over there, I am printing the two helmets over there that will attach to the body. And the vacuform is going to take place in two parts. The first main part of the body, which is this triangle shape with the two drivers, and that's where the body post mounts onto the body. And then the second part, which is the wheel arches and the back of the body that is attached on top of the main piece over there. So, vacuforming to the extreme, but this is pretty much as big as you can go in this vacuforming machine. And let me think, what direction should I go into? I guess I'm going to go over there. I need to leave quite a lot of space at the back because I'm very flat at the back. And front should be plenty enough space. There is like barely, there is maybe half cm on each side of this last angle, so this is about as big as you can go. Really tall angle over there, so it's really stretching the material down. This is not an easy mold as well to remove because there is a lot of intricate shapes everywhere, so every angle is an open angle, so it's not technically difficult to remove. It's just that there are so many shapes that just the heat and the form makes it a bit challenging to remove. Let's see if we can get a vacuform going. Alright, that looks nice. That looks very nice indeed. Let's move a bit closer. Okay. I had a few issues of webbing just before in the first two tests that I've done. I had some webbing in this area. I think the screws at the back that holds the sheet in place was not tight enough. Alright, you vacuumed enough, my friend, thank you. This is a brand new replacement frame that I just received from the good people at Vaquform. So I had lost a clamp at the back of my machine before. So now let's please come back. Alright, here you go. Now I am already set. Alright, you hear that beautiful sound, that is the air coming back under the sheet over there. So it is now time to remove that big lady from there. And I'm going to let it cool down because this is really warm, but I'm very pleased with this. Let me show you what happens just before I had some webbing right over there, over those things, and those are not places where I usually get webbing, so I knew there was something wrong with the way I set up. You can see the clamps. There are clamps in the front, that's the orange thing over there, and there are two clamps in the back as well, and you need to make sure that you hold your sheets of material tight enough so the material is really pulled down while the vacuum is doing its thing, and there is no chance for any air to be missed. Okay, so I'm going to prepare the second part of the form, which is the rear of the body of my nice B2B. I'm not sure if you guys know what the B2B actually is or was. It is a very old freewheel car, I should say sidecar from Tamiya, which is, I believe, from 1979. And I love sidecars. As you can see, I have a few RC sidecars, and it is just pretty much impossible to get a B2B these days. You can find some on eBay that come out for a pretty outrageous price, which is rightfully so. There are very few in existence, and the bodies are hard ABS, so once again, if you get one of those, I don't believe you're gonna actually race it and dare punching a wall with it. So that's why I wanted to do my own, and I designed my freewheel chassis, and I designed the body to go on top of it as the B2B. Let me try to give you a little look at it while we're waiting for the vacuform. So that's the finished product. So it's in 1/12 scale. It's a chassis of my own design. And yeah, so there's a lot of videos of that guy that you can find on my YouTube channel or the Facebook page. But yeah, so that was the inspiration behind doing this. It's a really awesome old car. I think the original came with a straight axle, solid axle at the back, and the B2B was a bit of a fluke in the sidecar racing. There was a man, I think he was speaking German in the video, so I guess he was from Germany, he might have been from Switzerland, that for the proto series of sidecar did a two-wheel drive sidecar when the driver and the passenger were side by side, hence the name B2B, and they were winning a lot, and so the Federation of Sidecar Racing just deleted that class after just a year, and that was the B2B, and for some reason Tamiya did a model of that specific sidecar that didn't last for more than a year. But I guess it's iconic, and it is for me. I mean, it's a model that I've always looked up to online and always dreamed to have, so you know, why not make your own? And so the unmolding, I'm going to do it as soon as this is done, but this is still fairly hot. You see, when I'm using the 1mm, I'm always wearing the gloves because this material gets really hot for a long time. The molds get hot, so I'm usually not bothering when I'm doing the mini Z body. They're very thin, they cool down very quickly. The 1mm thick is much longer to cool down. Alright, it's going to be time to vacuum the second half of the body and see how it goes. This one, I always have webbings on the corners, which I really don't care about, because those corners are being cut off when I send them away to the clients. I pre-cut the body, so the webbing over here does not bother me one bit. This is going to be cut off, so this is one thing that I can live with easily. Are we done, my friend? You were done. You are noisy. You're a noisy machine. Okay, and so I'm getting the plates with me. I don't want the vacuum plates while this is still hot and soft. Okay, so I do indeed have the webbing on the sides, and I'm gonna live with it because this is gonna get cut away. So let's have a look at the two parts that we have that makes the entire body. So this is the rear end with the wheel wells. I got little vents over there. The back get cut away. So as you can see, when I do my molds, the parts that are going to be cut away, I usually don't bother, especially if it's a body that I'm going to cut by myself before sending to the clients. I don't need to make everything perfect. The parts that are going to be painted need to have a good finish. And so here you go. In the meantime, inside there, helmets are being printed. And here you go for making the PETG clear body of the B2B. If you want to see more about that, you check my YouTube page. I have a few videos on that, or you go to the SDRacing HK Facebook page when you'll see a lot of posts. RC Hong Kong as well have a lot of posts on that particular project on Facebook. Alright, that's it for now. See you next time. Bye bye.